So, I watched The Tunnel to Summer, the exit of Goodbyes movie. Literally last night. Spent I don't know, I was up like 1 in the morning just watching the movie. And so wanted to kind of talk about the ending and how the passage of time for our main character, I already forgot his name, like Toru or something like that, is. I should actually look up these names. The passage of time for Tono was not only literal, but metaphorical for those who struggle with grief and learning to let go. And how Hanashiro, who already got what she wanted, but still had that part of her that she wanted in the past and had not let go yet. But the thing is she still grew up with the normal passage of time because she had learned to move forward. It was just that part of her that she regretted not expressing herself towards. But then there's Tono, who could not let go. As Hanashiro said in the movie, he would be willing to do anything, to discard anything, to get what he had lost back. And that he did. He went inside and he got what he wanted, but he learned that what he wanted could not come back and that he needed to move forward, and that he did, and he eventually went outside of the tunnel. But the thing I want to think about is how the inside of the mind is like the tunnel. Now, I don't have struggles with grief or anything, but I know that there are people who, when they are struggling with grief, they tend to think about things that have happened to them. It's something they think about maybe a lot or constantly. And when all people who are grieving think about is what happened in the past, and that becomes their identity, their thoughts, their actions, it becomes a stagnation in their mind. They're not really growing, they're not really doing anything, they're just thinking about that grief that they had. And that's what happened with Tono. But what happened in the movie is that he stayed in his body in the past, where he was still grieving, just like how our minds would be. And Hanashiro, she had regrets, but we all do. But we're able to move forward from our past and from the things we wanted, because sometimes the things we want aren't always what we can get. She was just able to move forward, even though she could have gone back into the tunnel to come get him, but she knew that he was too far gone. So she had to live life to the fullest. But she did it with him in her mind. But she didn't let him dictate her life. He was a reminder in her life, because without him, she would not be where she's at now. But with Tono, it's because of what happened in the past that he's stuck there and he can't move forward with where he's at. And he doesn't have anyone to help him get out of that place where he's willing to sacrifice everything for what he wants to get back what he wants. And I think that it's a beautiful metaphor to teach people that those who are grieving are in a place, are in a mindset, are in a headspace that we cannot comprehend. To be stuck in the past and not know how to move forward, not understand that you can move forward, is something that is out of our reach for those who have not grieved yet, or for those who can handle grief and are strong enough to handle the circumstances and obstacles of losing someone or losing anything that was important or worthwhile to you. But eventually, Tono does get those messages. His talk with his sister makes him realize that he loves his sister, but he needs to let go. If he truly wants to move forward, then he has to escape the tunnel. He has to leave. He has to go back to the things he has now. And even though it's a little far in the future for the things he once had, he can't start over. And he had the strength to start over because of the one person who didn't forget him, who was always thinking about him. And at the end of the movie, they reunite and they look together for a future where they can both now go forward and thrive in.